Please share your thoughts in nurturing community and the leadership in New Zealand to form the relationship where you have 50% of women empowerment.
It's a really good question. You know, we were the first country in the world to give women the vote, well, not give women the vote, to make sure women had the vote. The first country in the world. Now, you might think that because we were the first country in the world, that naturally then we would have women accessing parliament leadership roles, but as you could hear from my list, there's so many areas in which we don't. Now, one of the reasons that we reached 50% in our parliament is because two things. Firstly, we've tried to make politics more accessible. We've tried to make it more family friendly. I don't think it's enough simply to say, you know, we want more diversity and then sit and wait for it to happen. I do think we have to acknowledge that regardless of what we might like to think about shared care, women still do more of the care than others. And even in societies like New Zealand, where, for instance, my partner is the primary caregiver, even in arrangements where you have both parents working, research has found that women still do more of the care and more of the logistics around the management of a household. So I think we have to accept that no matter as much as we're trying to make it gender equal, that exists. What can we do to remove barriers, therefore, for care of elderly parents, of children, to make it more accessible for women to reach those leadership positions? So we've done a bit of that in our parliament around making sure children can travel to parliament, giving women leave at the end of the evening so that they can care for their children in the evenings, even when the house is in session. Small changes like that. But the second thing that I think is incredibly important, one of the barriers to women's entry into leadership that we don't often talk about is the barriers that we create for ourselves. I became a member of parliament because someone asked me to run. I became deputy leader of my party because someone asked me to be deputy leader, and I became prime minister because the leader of my party quit and I had no choice. So so I don't think it's enough to say we've removed all the barriers, women can come now. We have to acknowledge, whether we like it or not, there is still a confidence barrier that exists. And so in order to overcome that, we need to go out and actively recruit, seek out those women, seek out those you see who have the skills and capability because they probably don't see it in themselves, and ask them. Give them those opportunities. Make sure that you're encouraging women to come through. That will make all the difference, and that is one of the reasons I believe we've reached 50% in Parliament, because we asked women to run.